Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Armageddon. Today we're going to be featuring a Brawl deck with the Tarrasque as our commander as part of our series of Brawl videos featuring commanders from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Now, this video will have been recorded before the release of Edge of Eternities on Arena, but it might not be released until after Edge of Eternities is on Arena, so that's why there are no cards from the new set in this deck list. The Tarrasque is very expensive to cast at 9 mana, but is very powerful when cast, because it gains haste and ward 10, making it all but impossible for the opponent to target it. It also fights an opposing creature when it attacks, and as a 10/10, it is usually going to win the fight and still not be able to be successfully blocked. This is a straightforward ramp stompy deck with the dinosaur tribal theme. Our goal is to ramp in the early turns, and then in the mid-game start casting huge dinosaurs, eventually including our commander. As such, we have lots of mana acceleration. Chrome Mox can as always lead to some explosive starts, while Delighted Halfling can make our commander uncounterable. Ixali's Lorekeeper adds mana to cast dinosaurs, while Utopia Sprawl enchants a forest to add an additional mana. At 2 mana, Drover of the Mighty becomes a decent threat if we control a dinosaur, while Fanatic of Rhonas can add 4 mana if we control a big creature. Elysian Caryatid adds 2 mana if we control a creature, while Glimpse the Core, Into the North, Rampant Growth, and Thunderherd Migration put an additional land onto the battlefield tapped. Intrepid Paleontologist ramps up and can act both as graveyard hate and as recursion for our dinosaurs, while Arcane Signet is good for any ramp strategy. We're playing Cold Steel Heart because it is a snow permanent to go with one of our removal spells, while Emerald Medallion discounts our green spells. Scale Speaker Shopper discounts our dinosaurs and drafts a dinosaur spell from its spellbook when it enters, while Selvala, Heart of the Wilds, can add a lot of mana if we control a big creature, and can often draw us cards as well. Topiary Stomper puts an additional land into play when it enters, and can attack and block once we control 7 lands, while Herald's Horn discounts our dinosaurs, and also acts as card advantage, putting the top card of our library into our hand at the start of our turn if it is a dinosaur. Patchwork Banner is an anthem for our dinosaurs, while Rhonas' Monument discounts our green creatures and buffs a creature and gives it trample whenever we cast a creature spell. Urza's Incubator and Knight of the Stampede give our dinosaurs a massive discount, while Hulking Raptor adds 2 mana. Finally, Traverse the Outlands can search up a lot of extra lands and put them into play if we control a big creature. Next we have our interaction. We're playing with Snow Basics to go with Blizzard Brawl, which gives our creature +1 power and indestructible until end of turn if we control 3 snow permanents when we cast it. Heroic Intervention protects our creatures from board wipes, while Savage Stomp can be cast for a single green mana if we fight with a dinosaur we control. For each additional green mana we spend when we cast Tranquil Throwback, we can choose between destroying an artifact or enchantment, exiling a graveyard, or gaining life. Thrashing Brontodon can be sacrificed to destroy an artifact or enchantment, while Territorial Allosaurus fights another creature when it enters if it was kicked. When Wingbane Vantasaur enters, we can choose between a fight spell or a disenchant spell to conjure into our hand, while Ravenous Sailbrack can destroy an artifact or enchantment when it enters. Next we have our card draw. Garruk's Uprising gives our creatures trample, and draws cards whenever big creatures enter under our control, while Icon of Ancestry is an anthem for our dinosaurs that has an activated ability to look for a dinosaur in the top 3 cards of our library and put it into our hand. Ripjaw Raptor draws a card whenever it is dealt damage, while Vanquisher's Banner is an anthem for our dinosaurs that draws a card whenever we cast a dinosaur spell. Earthshaker Dreadmaw draws cards equal to the number of other dinosaurs we control when it enters, while Vault-born Tyrant draws cards and gains life whenever a big creature enters under our control. The Great Henge puts a +1/+1 token on non-token creatures that enter under our control and also draws a card, and also acts as ramp, while Finale of Devastation can search up any creature in our deck or in our graveyard, and if we cast it for at least 12 mana, it can basically win the game on the spot. Our final category consists mostly of our dinosaurs that we are ramping into. Pugnacious Hammerskull is a 6/6 for 3 mana with virtually no downside in our deck, while Regal Imperiosaur and Adaptive Automaton are anthems for our dinosaurs. Shifting Ceratops has protection from blue and can't be countered, and has an activated ability to gain either Trample, Reach, or Haste, while Spined Tyrannax can put a +1/+1 counter on a creature and give it Trample at the beginning of combat on our turn. Crested Herdcaller makes 2 dinosaurs, while Banner of Kinship is a super anthem, which gets better the more dinosaurs we control when we cast it. The new Balam T-Rexor from Final Fantasy can be cycled to find a forest if we need to hit our land drops, while Carnage Tyrant can't be countered or targeted with removal. Cavern Stomper has an activated ability to prevent it from being chump blocked and scries when it enters, while Colossal Dreadmaw is just a big trampler. Rampaging Brontodon can get a huge buff to its power and toughness when it attacks if we control a lot of lands, while Thundering Spineback is an anthem for our dinosaurs that has an activated ability to create dinosaur tokens. Verdant Sun's Avatar gains life when it or another creature we control enters, while Tyrannosaurus Rex is like a slightly smaller version of our commander. Polyraptor makes token copies of itself when it is dealt damage, while Galta Stampede Tyrant can put all of the other creatures in our hand onto the battlefield when she enters. Titanoth Rex can be cycled to give another creature trample, while finally, Galta Primal Hunger can often be cast for just 2 green mana in this deck because of how many other big creatures we have. We are playing with snow-covered forests, and as such, we have Faceless Haven as a creature land, and as always, we have Fabled Passage and Prismatic Vista to search up our basic lands. Our other utility lands include Boseiju Who Endures, which can be channeled for additional interaction, Castle Garenbrig to ramp out our big creatures, Hashup Oasis, which can be sacrificed to buff a creature, and the Lair of the Hydra as another creature land that is a great mana sink. We also have the new Zanarkand Ancient Metropolis from Final Fantasy, which has an adventure, Lasting Faith, that creates a large hero token, Bonders and Clay for card draw, Dranith Runes to put +1/+1 counters on our creatures, Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx for ramp, and Plaza of Heroes and Tyrite Sanctum to protect our commander, not that it needs much protection, or our other key creatures. So that's our Tarrasque deck. Now it's time to take it into the queue and play some games. On the draw, we've got 3 lands and early ramp, so I think this is keepable. Facing the Wandering Minstrel, so a town synergy deck. Alright, we'll try it. So turn 1, Utopia Sprawl. Turn 2, we'll play Topiary Stomper to ramp some more. No surprise, opponent leads with a town. We draw land, which I don't mind. And having all these double green creatures with double green in their mana cost is good with Nykthos. Zanarkand's the draw. So I think it's Topiary Stomper this turn, and the next turn I can blow up Innkeeper's Talent with Thrashing Brontodon. And I think with this much land in hand, we can hold on to Zanarkand to cast the Adventure. Opponent can play their commander here, plays Ride the Shoepuff. Alright, so which would I rather get rid of? I think it's Ride the Shoepuff. No, Innkeeper's Talent. What am I saying? I can sacrifice Thrashing Brontodon at instant speed. Do that before combat so opponent doesn't get a counter on the Wandering Minstrel. Alright, Tired Sanctum. I've got... This is mana neutral right now, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can cast my Adventure, which I think I'll do. Elvish Reclaimer is good. Fetches land with Expedition Map. Note that it's any land, not just a basic land, that you can fetch with Expedition Map, so they can get another town, which they do. Towns also come into play untapped because of the Wandering Minstrel. Alright, another land. If I play land, can I play Shifting Ceratops and Icon? If I tap 4, we'll have mana to activate Nykthos, and we'll add 2 mana. We'll name Dinosaur. We'll give Haste and Trample. Then next turn we play a lane, Topiary Stomper can attack. And we should have the mana to play our commander. Opponent ramps with Cultivates. That at least finds only basics. plays Bristly Bill. Plays another land. Faceless Haven is a dinosaur, so it gets pumped by Icon of Ancestry. We'll cast the Tarrasque here. We'll give Shifting Ceratops Trample. And then what to fight with the Tarrasque? I think it's the Reclaimer. And I think opponent's just dead here. And that's enough for opponent. Alright. So there we go. On we go. On the play. Only 2 lands. I do have Herald Sword and Ramp, but I think I want to look for a hand with 3 lands in my opening hand. And we should probably still have some ramp as well, because we've got a fair amount of it in the deck. Alright, we've got 3 lands, but no ramp. I don't really want to go down to 6 on the play. So we'll try it, but it might be a little too slow. We'll have to hope we draw some ramp. Hitting our land drops isn't bad either. Opponent off to a good start with Ilesian Caryatid. We'll play Icon. Alright, Utopia Sprawl. There's a ramp. I don't really want to cast anything. So I think what we'll do is we'll activate Icon end of turn. Alright, opponent's been missing land drops, at least. So they're off to a bit of a slower start. I doubt they sacrifice anything to Braids. Alright, we hit Topiary Stomper, that's great, because that's more ramp. And we draw Drover of the Mighty. Alright, so that was a great hit off Icon of Ancestry and a great draw to go with it, so that's pretty good. Opponent hits Oracle, they've got Priest, that's going to be a problem. Don't want to sacrifice either of my creatures, so we're going to have to let them draw a card and lose 2 life. Alright, and then what do we want to do here? I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I could play Verdant Sun's Avatar. I could kick Territorial Allosaurus. I think I want to wait to kick the Allosaurus until I can get rid of Priest. I think I like getting some card draw, so let's play Garrick's Uprising. Draw another land. And then... don't have any reason to play Tranquil Frillback, so we'll activate Icon. No attacks. Okay, opponents hit land with Oracle. Hits 2 lands with Oracle, that's nice, and there's another land on top. Now they're getting there with Oracle. Ramps out Primeval Titan. Let's see what we hit. If we hit anything off Icon. We miss, that's too bad. Alright, we can cast Tarrasque. Topiary Stomper can also attack and block now. So I think we get the Tarrasque down. And we'll fight Primeval Titan. So this means that opponent can trade for the Tarrasque if they block with both Oracle and Braids. But I'm fine with that, because it won't be long before I can replay the Tarrasque, and getting rid of opponent's board seems pretty good to me. Opponent plays Villagers. Are they going to untap all their... they do untap all their lands for Acquazots. Alright, let's see here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can play Kicked Allosaurus, play Regal Imperiosaur. Let's take out Belladros here. Alright, Galta. Alright, Roaring Flex. And that's enough for opponent. Alright. So we got off to a bit of a slow start, but fortunately so did opponent, and we were just able to get ahead of them just enough. We'll take it. On we go. On the draw, I've got 3 lands. I prefer cheaper ramp to start off with, but I think Knight of the Stampede is fine. And then we basically just need to draw a land and we're off to the races. Opponent's got Leyline of Sanctity in their opening hand. Hero Convention could be useful. Alright, Selvala. I'm playing a lot of equipment for an Elspeth deck. A ramp with Heraldic Banner, that's good with Elspeth. So they can play Elspeth here. And they do.
I am a shining blade in the dark. Ready arms!
Let's ramp some more Arcane Signet into Knight of the Stampede. And then we can play some big dinos. Voice of the Blessed, which thanks to Heraldic Banner draws a card. Into Youthful Valkyrie.
To the skies!
Put Swiftfoot Boots on to protect Voice of the Blessed. Let's play Polyraptor so we can draw a card here. going to need removal for this token here. I think we want to activate Selvala. And then I think we cycle Titanothrex to give the Tarrasque Trample. We can do that at instant speed. So the downside is we lose Polyraptor here. And then I think we'll hold up Heroic Intervention. Alright, we're going to need some artifact or enchantment removal here. Although the mantle doesn't give lifelink. Alright, well, unfortunately that Voice of the Blessed is too big here, even with Adaptive Automaton. And opponents got way too high a life total, so that's too bad. If we'd had some artifact or enchantment removal, or got off to a faster start, I think we would have got there. Oh well, better luck next time. On we go. On the play, 3 lands and plenty of ramp. I'll be able to play a turn 3 Knight of the Stampede, give my dinosaurs a 2-mana discount. So I think this is keepable. Opponent leads with tap land. Emerald Medallion. Opponent has their own Emerald Medallion. Opponent doesn't have a turn free play. I can cycle Titanothrax, but that's not particularly impressive, and I'm quite close to casting it. I'll also be able to cast the Tarrasque next turn. Alright, and opponent got off to too slow a start, I guess, for their tastes, and we got off to a quick start. There we are. On we go. On the draw, I only have expensive dinosaurs. Herald's Horn is ramp in the form of a discount and helps me find dinosaurs. So I think we'll try it. Crashing Brontodon is an early play. Alright, we can get rid of Impact Tremors by Crashing Brontodon. Throw another 7-drop. There's Everett. We'll go with Dinosaur. Find a dinosaur. Alright, and then I think... let's Wingbane Vantasaur and then get Savage Stomp, and then kill the Face Breaker. Alright, that was annoying. Gotta get rid of that Impact Tremors. If I hit land, I can play Great Henge and Brontodon and sacrifice Brontodon. I don't know why they didn't attack. Oh, wait. Wingbane Vantasaur's got reach, that's why. It's got secret reach, apparently, so secret that I didn't even notice. Alright, opponent plays the Decadent Dragon Adventure. Land is good, that's just what I wanted. Alright, Ravenous Sailback can also destroy an artifact or enchantment. I think we'll stay back with Wingbane Vantasaur until I can get another big dino down. Opponent's got one card in hand, plays Decadent Dragon, and of course they've got whatever they hit off me with their Expensive Taste adventure. Plays Cold Steel Hard. And then getting Verdant Sun's avatar down soon would be good. Herald's Horn reveals a dinosaur, that's excellent. Would prefer to draw land. Alright, let's activate Castle Garenbreg. We'll cast Scale Speaker Shepherd. There's our land. I don't have a way to cast the red dinosaurs, so it's another frillback. Could cast the frillback here. If I do that and use that to destroy Impact, Tremors, or Cold Steel Heart, then I'll have, and I can gain some life. We'll destroy Impact, Tremors. Galta Stampede Tyrant, you say? And then I could attack with Brontodon, but I don't really have great attacks. I think we'll hold back. And then we might start considering getting aggressive once we played Galta and emptied out our hand of dinosaurs. Opponent hit a land off of us. They drew Ornithopter Paradise. Sacrifices a treasure, hits land. And that's enough for opponent. And they were going to be in big trouble when I untapped, because I was going to play Galta Stampede Tyrant and empty my hand of all the big dinosaurs. Alright, on we go. On the play, early ramp, we've got some interaction with Thrashing Bronodon, can destroy artifacts or enchantments. Wingbane Vantasaur can either get naturalized. Also, for artifacts or enchantments or Savage Stomp to fight a creature, like Danitha, so this is keepable. I could play Thrashing Brontodon. It would be a bit off curve to play Thunderherd Migration. I guess I don't have to reveal a dinosaur. Maybe we'll do that. Alright, Ornithopter Paradise is fine, I think. So I think we'll play Knight of the Stampede and massively discount our dinos here. Opponent plays Monastery Mentor. Don't mind getting rid of that. We'll target Winbang Vantasaur, so Savage Stomp only costs 1, and that's enough for opponent. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that was our Tarrasque deck. And as with any green deck, the key to success is hitting your land drops and having some early ramp in your opening hand, which of course we built this deck to have, and the games where we had early ramp we usually did pretty well in. And of course we had some strong top end cards to ramp into, not least of which was our commander. Anyway, so that'll do it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Do please like and subscribe. If you'd like to see another Brawl video featuring another commander, maybe from the Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, or perhaps from the new Edge of Eternity set coming out, let me know in the comments. And thanks again. Have a good one. Bye.